Okay, so interesting. I'm wrong. The 8 year is actually the more balanced of the two. Welcome to Whiskey and SV. I'm your host Sam, and tonight we're going to be drinking some Hazelburn at cask strength. So, as you know, Hazelburn is the non-peated version of Springbank, and every year they do a release that's at cask strength. And unfortunately, every year those releases have been getting younger and younger in the last couple of years, let's say. So this year the release is an 8 year. It's one of 10,500 bottles, bottled at 48.2% ABV, and this bottle is not actually fully mine. I am sharing it, and actually I opted to get a quarter of this. Another friend of mine took an eighth, and the third friend will be taking 5/8. So you can see that I'm being a lot more, uh, I guess, picky or judicious about where I spend my money, and I really didn't want to buy a full bottle of the Hazelburn at 8 year old. Part of that is because I've been wasting too much money on whiskey, and I just kind of want to be more reasonable. But part of it is I don't think this is that special of a bottle. I mean, it's 8 years old in Scotland, and that is very young. You can't get around that by just saying, "Oh, it's a special malt," or "Springbank is blah blah blah." I don't care. It's an 8 year old malt. Anyways, I shouldn't rant too much. I should continue with the purpose of the episode, and then we'll talk more. So, I want to put this up against some releases from previous years that I've favored significantly and I've backed up. So specifically, I want to put it up against this 12-year-old, which is, I believe, from 2022. Yes, this was distilled in September 2010 and bottled in November 22, and it's one of 9,000 bottles. And it is 49.9% ABV. And I believe from the year after that, 2023, yes, we have this 15-year-old, which I think was one of my favorite Hazelburns that I've had to date. And this is also one of 9,000 bottles. So I guess it's not true that they're getting younger because this is the year after. I believe there was also a 15-year release in 2022, which I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing whether I like this 15 more or the other, but they were both really good. Anyways, the idea is let's see how much difference there is in the Hazelburn malt as it gets progressively younger, or as it gets progressively older. All right, so without further ado, let me pour these. As I said, I have about half an ounce left in this, that's mine, and then the rest of the bottle belongs to my friend. So let's be reasonable with that. And for the 12-year-old, I actually like the 12-year-old a lot, and I had a couple of bottles of it because I got them at $90 or something. This particular bottle, the 8-year-old, I think the all-in cost was 140, and my share came to about $35 or something, which is pretty reasonable. Or so. I mean, if you go to a bar and you get a shot of anything, anything reasonable, you're paying probably that amount for 1.5 ounces or so. So getting 5 or 6 ounces for that price is pretty good. Okay, so let's. I'll put cap number 1 on the 8 year. I'll put cap number 2 on the 12-year, and we'll put cap number 3 on the 15-year. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I think Springbank is just trying to get away with younger and younger stuff every year now, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest, because they're not getting any cheaper, and they just keep jacking up the price. And yeah, I've been revisiting some of my younger, like Kilkerrans and Springbanks, and I have to say they are underwhelming. I mean, it's just kind of a shame that they can get away with this kind of pricing, and yeah, I don't want to be too judgmental here, but yeah, an 8-year-old Scotch is just at $140 or whatever it is in the US. That's just ridiculous. Okay, so as usual, we will nose them first, give some notes, taste, give some more notes, give you my preferences. I'll guess which is which, and then we'll do the reveal. Starting by the first one. Hmm. There's a very nice sherry note to this, which is kind of a slight nuttiness with berries and a slight hint of chocolate in this as well. It's quite nice, very inviting to be honest. There's a hint of that Campbelltown funk there, but it's let's say hidden, well hidden by the nice sherry cask. Quite nice. I like it. All right, let's go to the second one. Wow, this one has a much more ripe fruit. It's almost so ripe that it's going a little bit bad. So super ripe, sort of. It reminds me of super ripe figs and prunes, I guess. So figs and prunes sort of mixed together. Maybe even some ripe banana. Yeah, it's just very ripe fruits, almost to the point of that almost going bad. But very inviting. I kind of like this a lot. Yeah, super sweet, very nice. I like this one a lot. Okay, let's go to the third one. Hmm. Going from that one to this one, suddenly it's missing all of that sort of fruity flavors. It much more muted. There is that hint of sherry, but nowhere near as much as these two. And this one is like by far the most amount of like sort of ripe fruits. Yeah, kind of underwhelming compared to the other two. Let me go back to the first one actually. Yeah, yeah. This middle one is by far the winner on the nose. It's ridiculous. It's very inviting. Okay, I'm gonna go for the taste now. Wow, that is really great. Just the right amount of spices to make your mouth water. Very well balanced between these kind of woody oak notes and the sweet sherry notes. A little bit of that Campbelltown funk to make it interesting. Lingers a good amount. Yeah, very nice. It's very pleasant. I quite an enjoyable dram, let's say. All right, let me go to the second one. Wow, this is just so much ripe fruits in here. Much more flavorful. It's a flavor bomb with lots of spices and ooh, concentrated fruits, prunes, berries, maybe blackberries, figs. So much sweetness. Raisins, lots of raisin notes. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. This is this is this is quite a dram. All right, let's go to the third one. There's a woody astringency to this. The sweetness is not as much there. It's more wood than the sweet and the berry notes that you kind of enjoy and expect from a sherry bomb. This is fully a sherry bomb, by the way. Um, this is more balanced, I think. This one is kind of lackluster. It's sort of like mostly the wood notes. Has a slight bitterness to it as well, actually. I would say none of these come across as an 8-year-old, to be honest, actually, which is I guess it's good for Hazelburn that none of them comes across as an 8 because I think an 8-year-old Scotch would just taste not that great, to be honest. Maybe the peated ones will be good, but like for a sherried Scotch, an 8-year-old would just not be that great, in my opinion. But I guess I'm wrong because none of these is bad. I think this is by far my favorite, and I'm guessing it's a 15. I hope it's a 15. This is sort of uh, a different dram, I would say. If you don't like as ripe, fruity kind of notes, then probably this might be more your thing. Comes across as more balanced, I think. Yeah, that's very enjoyable. And this one is by far behind the other two. It has some bitterness to it. It doesn't have as much sweets. Uh, the nose is much more muted as well. There's quite a bit of bitterness in this, which is I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's just like probably from the ethanol not being fully integrated into well, the wood and all the other flavors. So it's a strange it's a strange bitterness. Yeah, I would say, yeah, not a huge fan of this, to be honest. Especially given I know that the price of all of these is going to be like over 140, 150 bucks. Actually, the 15-year probably is going to be way over 250 now in secondary. Okay, so I've made my guesses: 12, 15, 8. Let's do the reveal. First one is number 1. Okay, so interesting. I'm wrong. The 8-year is actually the more balanced of the two. That is very surprising, especially because it hasn't been opened as much. Okay, it is what it is. Let's go to number 2. This is number 3. Okay, so this is actually the 15-year. So okay, the 15-year is by far not no contest. It's by far the best one, which makes this number 2. Yeah, so that is the 12-year. Surprising. I have a couple of these 12 years, so I guess I should get rid of them. This is just not as good as the 8-year. Yeah, for sure. The 8-year is more punchy. It has more balanced flavors. The nose is definitely much more inviting. This has some strange bitters in it, which I'm not a huge fan of. Hmm. Yeah, it's weird. I tried these side by side when I first cracked the 8-year-old, and I didn't. I actually preferred the 12-year, but there's no contest right now. I definitely prefer the 8-year. Yeah, definitely like much more balanced nose. Much more enjoyable flavors overall. Okay, so I guess I'm wrong. Even though this is an 8-year, age is just a number. You should actually, if someone offered me one of an 8-year for one of my 12s, I would probably do the trade right now, easily. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.